Kyle here from Wealthy Affiliate. So today we're going to be discussing content and getting into the creation of the first content on our website. So before I get into things in the actual creation of the About Me page, the How to Lose Belly Fat page, and my privacy policy, I want to really emphasize the importance of content to your business and what it means going forward. Basically, the content is going to be the premise of all your rankings in the search engines. Google is built off of searching out and finding quality content online through websites like your website and delivering it to people that are searching using their search engines. So our goal with our website is to create quality content that Google wants to find. And as you go through the training here at Wealthy Affiliate, we're going to be teaching you all about that. But the core of your website success is going to be the creation of content directed towards a real reader. A lot of the time people get caught up in tools that automate content, thinking that they don't have to create content. They think they can just push it off and outsource it to someone, which is a viable solution if you first know how to create your content. But so just avoid automation tools and build out your website initially, creating the content yourself with the idea that you are communicating to people. You're not necessarily an English professor, so don't focus on that, and don't worry about being perfect with your content. People will want to read your content, and Google will index your content if it's engaging and relevant and helpful. So you can you are a content creator, and you create content every day. If you're sending emails, you're creating content. Or if you're on Facebook or another social media or on Wealthy Affiliate, you're likely creating content throughout the day. So don't fear content. It's going to be part of your business, but you're more than capable. Is merely communication, and the better you communicate to people, the more successful you'll be with your content. So the first thing we're going to get into here is we're going to be creating the About Me page, and I'm going to be walking you through the process of creating that particular page. So the first thing we're going to do here now is we're going to look at the About Me page, and we're going to be creating the content for it. So here I am on my website, which is essentially an empty framework right now. And as we go forward here, we're going to be obviously building it out. We're going to be creating the About Me page followed by the other pages on our website. So if I click on the About Me, you're going to see that it's just an empty page right now. So this is fine, but what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to create the content on this page. So what I can do is I can edit from here, or I can head back into my WordPress admin area and click on the pages. It's going to come up with a list of all the pages I've created thus far, and I click on the About Me, or I can click Edit, Quick Edit. And then it's going to take me to this empty page editor here, where I'm going to be adding my content for the About Me page. I'm not going to make you sit through me adding the content. You have better things to do with your time than that. But what I'm going to do is when I come back here, I'm going to have the content pre-populated, and I'm going to walk you through the process of creating the About Me page and kind of give you some insights as to what sort of things you can add and the underlying purpose and benefits of an About Me page. So the About Me page is essentially a page for building trust on your website. It's going to be a short little walkthrough about who you are and how this niche is relevant to you. You could talk about your interests, things you like to do, that sort of thing. It doesn't need to be an overall about me, about your life, but it should pertain to your niche and why you're interested in that particular subject and why you're interested in helping people out. A lot of people tend to overthink the About Me page and think it needs to be some sort of perfect, set in stone template, but there is no perfect About Me page. You are in full control of this, and it can evolve over time as you get more experience within your niche and as you get more expertise. But basically, you want to tell people why you're interested in this niche. Tell them a story, perhaps, and why you're interested in helping them out. And that's what I've done within my About Me page here. And this is in essence going to build a lot of trust on your website, and it is going to remove the facelessness of a website. There's nothing worse than visiting a website online and having no idea who's behind it. So it does build a lot of trust, and trust is going to lead to a lot more success within your website. So here's my overall About Me. I basically walk people through my interest in relations to diet. I tell them the story about my journey and that sort of thing. How I have lost weight over the years. And then I just, I offer my helping hand if they ever need feedback or support, to simply drop a comment below on this page. And then I offer my signature at the end. So the founder of this website, my name, and that sort of thing. So I could call the About Me page About Kyle or About Me. I'm probably going to update this at some point to call it About Kyle, just because I think it adds more personality to the site. But this is completely up to you. It could be about this website, about my journey. It could be absolutely anything. But people should just know, looking at the menu over here, that it's going to be about this website or about the person behind it. So don't fret over this being perfect, because there is no perfect. It's your About You, and if you ever need feedback, of course you can drop your link within the community here, and you'll get a lot of feedback on your About Me page if that's what you're looking for. So I've created this here. I've broken it up with a nice little headline here. For this, I use H3 tags. To open the full menu in WordPress, you click this button over here, and it's going to open it. And so what I did is I highlighted the headline here, and I chose H3 from the heading. So I removed it there. I'll just show you how to add it again. And click H3. So when people view this page, it will stand out and it will kind of foreshadow what I'm going to be talking about, which is quite helpful. I'm just going to quickly add an image here to the right. So to add images within WordPress, you simply click the Add Media button here when you're within the editor. The reason I'm adding an image here, and I'm going to add a personal image, because I think it adds that personal touch. People are very visual by nature, and if you add an image, it's going to lead to a lot more trust naturally, because people feel like they know who you are, and they know that there's someone actually speaking to them behind this content. If there's no image, it does feel a little bit faceless again. So you want to be as personal as possible here, and ideally have a candid image, not something that's a portrait style image, because it feels more real if you offer a candid image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Add Media, and I can upload a file from my computer, or I can check the media library of images that I've already uploaded. I'm going to be selecting a new image that I have on my computer here, and click Kyle, and simply upload that. And here's the image. You can see I've already uploaded the same image in the past, but I just wanted to show you how to upload. So now you can see it in my media library, and over here is the title, the alt text. The alt text is just going to be Kyle. It can just be about Kyle. It's just this alt text will pop up if someone mouses over the image on the website. It is intended for people who are visually impaired, because they can mouse over stuff, and a lot of time they'll have readers on their website connected to their activities that allows them to understand what the images are, and this alt text helps them out with that. So I'm going to put About Kyle, and I don't need to put a description or a caption. And I'm going to align this to the right. So I've selected my cursor on the right within the area, and I'm going to align it to the right, and I'm going to have no linking URL, so I'm going to remove that. You can link images here to a custom URL, or you can link to an attachment page or the media file itself to open the image in a larger window. And then I'm going to select full size. Again, you can choose different sizes here. And then I'm going to click insert into the page, and there you go. You're going to see the image here. So this is my About Me page, and the next natural step is going to be to set the featured image for this page. And not all themes are going to have this, but I'm just going to select the same image there, so a featured image. This is used more so for blog posts, but some themes will use it in various aspects of this display. In this case, I'm just adding it just to add it. I don't think it's really used within this theme, but I just wanted to show you how to do that while I'm there. And I'm simply going to update now. So click update, and this should be live very shortly here. So if I go back to my website, I'm on my About Me page, and to see my page live, I'm going to have to click the refresh button, which is up here. I'm using Google Chrome. You usually can press F5 to refresh on a Windows, or at the command R on an Apple. So now you can see my About Me page is live here, and you can see, it looks good, and people that read it are going to get my story and why I'm interested in helping them, and it's going to create a lot of trust. And as you can see, is prominent within the menu up here. So if anyone clicks that, it's going to come to this About Me page. So don't give it don't overthink your About Me page. It's basically your story and why you're interested in helping people out. And of course, as with any content on your website, you can update it as you move forward. If you look back and you don't like what you've written, then you can simply update it within your WordPress area. And as you can see, I could change my content around and then simply click update, and it's going to update the page. So that's the About Me page, and there's nothing more to it than that. The privacy policy page is a standard page that most websites have, and that all websites should have. Basically, the premise behind having a privacy policy is is something that Google and other search engines look for on websites, because it is a requirement for a lot of things like Google AdSense, for pay-per-click, and in many cases for SEO. They're actually looking for you having a privacy policy. These are very standard pages, and they're something that you shouldn't really put too much thought into, because there are a ton of templates out there for privacy policies, and we actually provide you with one of them at Wealthy Affiliate that you can use on your website. So what I'm going to do here is I'm simply going to click the privacy policy button, or I can go down here and edit to enter the editor for this page. And here's it's the blank content right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually head over to Wealthy Affiliate, and you'll see within this lesson here, lesson 9, I'll provide the link below the video back to this lesson. But I also actually provide this below the actual video so you can copy and paste it. But here's an example privacy policy that you can use. You simply want to put your cursor here and scroll down, and we're actually just going to be copying this block of content, and we're going to be putting it directly onto our privacy policy page. And as you can see, it's been copied onto the page here. One thing that you're going to notice is that the privacy policy for your website.com, we're going to want to replace every instance of this with our actual website. You're also going to notice an email address here. You can either remove this for right now, you can leave it as is and add it once you have your own domain name, or you can use a personal email address of yours. I don't recommend using anything too personal. You might want to create another free Gmail account if you're using a Site Rubik's website. But if you're using your own domain here at Wealthy Affiliate and you're a premium member, you can create your own email accounts associated with those domains. So you'll want to do that there. But again, you can just leave that as is if you don't feel comfortable using a personal email address or creating one and you're a starter member. But what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to update these URLs throughout this document with our URL. In this case, I'm going to highlight lose belly fat today.siterubiks.com. I'm going to highlight that, and I'm just simply going to be placing that within here. I'm going to remove the HTTP. You can leave it there if you want. And then I'm going to be adding this in place of every single yourwebsite.com that you find within the document. I believe there's about 12 of them. Don't quote me on that. There could be a few more, but you're essentially going to go through this and replace that. I'm just going to your website. So you can actually do a find on this page as well. If you're familiar with how to do that, a Control F on a PC or a Apple F on a Mac, and you can actually find search for your website, as you can see I've done up here, and it's going to highlight every single instance of it within the content, so you can just go through and replace all of them. I'm not going to waste your time going through and showing you how to do that, but just make sure you replace all of those. And again, your email, don't fret over this. If you have your own domain, you can add your own domain names or domain specific email there. If you're a starter member and you don't have your own domain and you're using a Site Rubik's, you can either create a new Gmail account, or you can just leave that the same for now and then update it at your leisure. If you do get your own domain in the future, you will want to update to that. But ideally you will have an email there at some point. And then that's about it. What we're going to do at the bottom here is we're going to make sure that the privacy policy page doesn't get indexed, because obviously this is duplicate content. Google and other search engines don't like duplicate content. So what we can do actually is if you have the all-in-one SEO tool, SEO pack installed, we can actually make sure that this page doesn't get indexed by selecting all of these checkboxes here. And basically what these do, these are for Google, Yahoo, and Bing, and if you select them all, it'll make sure that this page does not get indexed in the search engines, which is what we're looking for. You'd like to think that Google and other search engines are smart enough to know that privacy policies aren't actually helpful content on websites in relation to your niche. But I just do this on this one page only, just to make sure that it doesn't get indexed, and Google and other search engines don't think it's duplicate content. So I simply check those off. And what we're going to do after I update all of these, I'm simply going to update the page and publish it live. So when I come back, I'm going to show you what it looks like once it's live. Gone through and updated all the instances of your website. I have left the email this as is. I'm going to go through and update that later. If I keep it on Site Rubik's domain, I'll create a specific Gmail account for that. But I do at some point plan on moving this to my own domain, so I will update this to my domain specific email, and I'm simply going to click update here. This is going to update my privacy policy page live, and I can either view the page or go to my website and go to my privacy policy page at the top here, and you're going to see that the updates are live here. As you can see, my website address has replaced everything, and it is nothing more complex than this. Going forward, there's no reason for me to have this as part of my main menu. So down the road, I'm probably going to, I'm probably going to hide it a little bit more because it's not part of my, main content, and I don't really need my visitors going to it. It's more for search engines and for the logistics of that. So I'll probably put it within my footer or something at some point, or I'll create a side menu or something. But for now, I'll just leave it up here. But I just wanted to mention that it's not, it's not going to be part of your main navigation going forward. But you can leave it there for now. So that's it. That's the privacy policy. It's nothing more complex than this. If I just wanted to mention, if you don't want to use the templated privacy policy page that I am giving you below this video, then what you can do is you can go off and simply do a Google search and search for privacy policy templates online, and you'll find a lot of free ones out there that you can use. So that's another option if you don't feel like using the one that we're using. You want to use something different. But again, we don't really want to index this, so I just want to mention that just make sure that you have the checkbox clicked down here, and make sure that this is the absolutely only page that you do this for on your website, because you want all of your other content to get indexed and ranked into Google. So every page but this page. So that's the privacy policy, and that's about all you need to know in respect to that. It's nothing more complex than this. Our content journey has begun. We now understand the importance of creating quality content. We've created quality content on our About Me page. We've set up our privacy policy, which is basically just a standard page on a website. And moving forward, now we're going to be building out our website, and we're going to be getting ranked and indexed into Google. And this is going to all lead to traffic, and you're going to be basically branding yourself as the expert within this niche as you move forward with your quality content. So yeah, you have your initial framework down and you have your first couple pages, and I want to congratulate you on that. So if you do have any questions about any of the content within this video, I will be more than happy to help you out. Just leave your comments below. I hope this has really helped you out.